PTCI Channel 2 welcomes you to our coverage of Guymon High School athletics. We are at Guymon High School. West Texas Comanches have come to town. We are ready for the opening volley. And first point of the game is Guymon leads now 1-0. Left side hitter and setter, the senior number 27, Macy LaGrange, now serving for the Tigers. Ball to the back line, at the line. That one missed there by the senior number 26, Yadira Longoria. So we're tied up one apiece. Hit from the outside. Back row bumps it back across to Guymon's side. LaGrange sets up in the middle. Hit by Naomi Aragonez. That one out of bounds. And a side out back to Guymon. They now lead 2-1. Our other starters, the senior number 16 right side hitter, Christina Hernandez. She is now serving. There's the deep serve, and that's going to be an ace. 3-2 now, Guymon leads. Also our starters, sophomore number 31, Naomi Aragonez in the middle. A junior number 7 setter, Ali Malco. Shot at the net, that one saved by Portillo, and then hit home by West Texas as it side out. Back to them, we're tied back up at 3 apiece. Back to Guymon starters, the junior number 4, left side hitter, Danica Portillo. A junior number 20, Amy Loya in the middle. And a senior number 21, Sadie Beasley is the libero. There's Beasley with the hit up to LaGrange, who sets up Portillo. That one dug out. And then hit at the net. As it looked like Longoria got a little caught up there. So 4-3 now, West Texas leads. Deep hit, back to Beasley. Set up Portillo, she has to just dump it across. Hit to the back row, dug out. LaGrange dumps it across out of the set. That one blocked at the net by Aragonez. Loya returns to the game as Aragonez goes to the bench. Serve by Beasley outside. So side out back to West Texas. Now 5-4. The Comanches lead the Tigers. These two met. First game of the year for Guymon down in Stinnett, Texas. West Texas won that one 3-1. West Texas had already played several matches at that point. Point over to Guymon. That'll tie it up at 5 apiece. Malco checks back in, and she will serve. Third hit back over. Beasley. Portillo from outside. That one dug. Hit at the net. That one blocked, but couldn't get it across. As Loya and also LaGrange both got their hands on it, but couldn't manage to get that one to fall on the right side of the net. 6-5. That one dug out by Hernandez, but unable to get that back across. So that will make it 7-5, West Texas. Beasley with the dig. Malco got a sideways hand on it, but LaGrange couldn't get it over as it came in pretty hard and sideways there. 8-5 now. There's another serve. That's beyond the back line, out of bounds. 8-6 now. as it will be Danica Portillo serving for the Tigers. That one dug out. It can't get it across. So back to a 1-point game, 8-7. Portillo with the serve to the middle back. Set up, a hit across. Beasley, Portillo, sent back across into the corner by Hernandez. Set up at the net to the back row. Beasley, set up outside for LaGrange, off the hands. That one dug, back line, and sent back across. Beasley, Malco sends it across. Sent back. Malco outside, sets it up for Hernandez, who sets it over. It is not returned, and we are tied back up at 8 apiece. Quite a volley, but Guymon comes away with the point to tie it up. Back line dug out by the libero, sent back by Loya. LaGrange with the dig. Malco back outside to LaGrange. Off the blocks. And it falls in. 9-8. Guymon takes the lead. Here's the serve by Portillo to the back line. And that's going to be another point. 10-8 now. Guymon leads. That one set up outside, gets it across, falls in that empty space right in the middle behind the front row, and side out back to West Texas. Now a 1-point game, 10-9. Guymon still leads. Sierra McDaniel, the libero, serving now for West Texas. That one hit into the net as they tried to set up Loya in the middle. Couldn't get it across though. Tied up at 10 apiece. Beasley, Malco outside to LaGrange. That one dug out from the back row. Hit up by Malco. Portillo sets up LaGrange, hits it across court, and it's in. 11-10. Guymon wins the side out and retakes the lead. 11-10. It will be Amy Loya serving for Guymon. Serve to the back row. That one saved before it hit the stands. Took a dive and that looks like she's okay. That was Brinley Hopkins, number 12, that went into that. Probably feeling that a little bit. 12-10 now Guymon leads. That one tapped across but out of bounds. 13-10. We've got a timeout on the floor here in game one. Guymon leads West Texas 13-10. So out of the timeout, Amy Loya still serving for Guymon. They have rallied from behind to take a 13-10 lead here in game one. There's the serve by Loya. Dumped across. LaGrange at the net, tried to dump it in, but touched the net. So that's going to go side out back over to West Texas. 13-11. Beasley back into the game as Loya goes to the bench. LaGrange to the net. Another net touch, this time by Malco as she tried to tip that one across. 13-12 now. Guymon still leading by 1. At the net, Malco hits it back. LaGrange gets it across. Out wide to the back row, Portillo. Malco over to LaGrange. She dumps it past the blockers. Malco sets up LaGrange again. Off the net, falls behind the blockers. Side out to Guymon, and it is now 14-12. Loya checks back in as Malco checks out. It's LaGrange serving again for the Tigers. That one spiked down for the kill by Aragonez. 15-12, Guymon leads. Onto the back row. Set up at the net, she dumps it across. LaGrange sends it back corner. And beautiful placement there. Makes it 16-12. West Texas defense just opened up that hole in the back corner. LaGrange just sent it right back to that where nobody was. That one hit to the back row. Beasley, LaGrange, sent over by Hernandez. At the net, into it. 17-12 now. Guymon extends their lead. Biggest of the game so far. Beautiful serve there by LaGrange, not dug out well. It's now 18-12. As Asia Hall, number 6, checks back in for West Texas. And another great serve for LaGrange makes it 19-12. Just barely over the net, great serve. This one's gonna be returned. Beasley to LaGrange, outside blocked. LaGrange, Beasley, and then hit across by Longoria. Into the net, that will side out to West Texas. 19-13 now the score. Macy Higginbotham, number 4, serving. Nice dig there by Portillo. That one sent across by Aragonez. That one into the net, double hit. That's going to be a side out to Guymon. And they now lead 20-13. Christina Hernandez now serving for the Tigers. Bailey Reed, number 1, checks in for West Texas. That one hits sideways, 21-13. Guymon closing in on a game 1 victory here. That one to the back row. Set up outside. That one too strong. Hit the trash can and knocked trash out of it. But that's another point for Guymon. 22-13 now. And another point for Guymon as West Texas not set. Makes it 23-13. Hit to the back row. Not going to be able to save that one. 24-13. That brings up a game point. We've got a timeout on the floor. Guymon in control here. 24-13 over West Texas. And here is the game point. Serve, and it's in. Guymon takes game 1, 25-13. Game 2 coming up here in just a moment. And we are set for game 2. Guymon serving. Macy LaGrange sends it across to the back row by LaGrange. That one volleyed back and forth. LaGrange sends it over to the back line. Middle hit to the back row. LaGrange, Beasley, sent over by Portillo. Middle set up. And that's going to go beyond that back row. So 1-0, Guymon with the lead. Macy LaGrange was a big part of that first match. Team really rallied under her service. LaGrange tries to set it up for Hernandez outside, but her hit was too strong out of bounds. So side out back to West Texas. 1-1 now the score. Now serving Alyssa Beagle. Set up in the middle. That one hit across and off of the block. Aragonez gets the side out back for Guymon. It will be Hernandez serving. 2-1 Guymon leads. Service to the back line. That's going to be an ace. 3-1 now. Hernandez with another hit back row. Middle setup, just had to bop it across. Beasley, LaGrange outside to Portillo. Gets it to go across. It kind of bounced off of the top of the net, and it kind of helped it because it put it in made it drop in a spot where nobody was. So 4-1 now, Guymon with the early lead here in game 2. Nice shot there by Hernandez as that one went just above the net. 5-1 now. To the back row, and that's going to be another double hit, so another ace for Hernandez. 6-1 now, the lead. That one sent across. Portillo, they'll call the double hit on that. That'll be a side out to West Texas. Now 6-2 in favor of Guymon. Now serving for the Comanches, number 4, Macy Higginbotham. There's her serve. Beasley to LaGrange. Portillo on the outside. Gets that one to fall inbounds down the sideline. Side out back to Guymon. As Bailey Reed checks back in for West Texas, it will be Beasley serving for Guymon. Outside hit into the net. That's going to make it 8-2 in favor of Guymon. Beasley serve to the back line. Middle hitter hits it to the back line. LaGrange tries to set up Portillo. She dumps it over the block. The net. Beasley and LaGrange both diving for it. Can't quite get it. So side out back to West Texas. As Addison Couch comes back in, now serving Callie Griffin. And she'll ace that one as Hernandez can't get to it on the sideline. Score now 8-4 in favor of Guymon. There to the back line. Beasley. It's sent across by Longoria. Spike hits into the net. That's going to be a double hit there. Side out back to Guymon. 9-4 they now lead. As Malco will check back in and serve for Guymon. To the back line, out wide. And they'll get her for a double touch there. 10-4 now, Guymon extends their lead. Here's the serve from Ali Malco, and that one too strong. So side out back to West Texas, 10-5 now the score. Now serving will be Essia Hall. Portillo sends it through the block for the side out and the point. 11-5 now, Guymon leads. Here's the serve by Portillo. That went into the net. The side out back to West Texas, 11-6. Brinley Hopkins now serving for the Comanches. Sends that one over. Beasley. Malco out wide for LaGrange through the block. They can't get to it on the back row. 12-6 now, Guymon leads. Naomi Aragonez checks back into the contest. Served by Amy Loya goes across. That one falls in an empty spot. And communication issue there as we've got a timeout on the floor. Guymon leads West Texas here in game 2, 13-6. So out of the timeout, Guymon leading 13-6. Amy Loya serving for the Tigers. Service issue there will side out to West Texas, 13-7 now. The libero Sadie Beasley checks in. LaGrange hits it up. Malco hits it across, but ran into the net. So 13-8 now the score. Sierra McDaniel serving for West Texas. And a formation issue on Guymon makes it 13-9. LaGrange sends it across into the corner. Nice kill shot. 14-9. And the side out back to Guymon. So Yadira Longoria checks back in for Guymon. Outside hit across. Portillo with the dig. LaGrange sets it up. And Hernandez sets it in. That'll make it 15-9. Looks like West Texas bumped the net there, and that's why. LaGrange with the serve. West Texas gets it back across, barely. At the net, that one sent across. And Guymon into the net will send the side out back to West Texas. 15-10 now the score. Alyssa Beagle serving for West Texas. Portillo with the dig. LaGrange puts it back in the middle. That one too strong from Aragonez. Makes it 15-11. And that serve from Beagle too strong. 16-11 now Guymon as it side outs back to them. Hernandez with the serve. Set up outside. Tried to tap it across. That one blocked by Portillo. And also hit into the net by West Texas. So 17-11. Hernandez will still be serving. Nice serve, dug out and sent across. LaGrange tried to dump that one in. That hit by Hernandez was a surprise. And another point for Guymon. It's now 18-11. Trying to take a 2-0 lead in this match. Service again from Hernandez. Just over the net. Middle shot hits into the net and rolls across. Really beneficial to West Texas there because it looked like Aragonez was in position to block that one. Higginbotham now serving for West Texas. 18-12. Guymon still leads. Portillo with the shot. That one bumped at the line. But they can't save that one. 19-12 now. Side out back to Guymon. Beasley now serving as Reed checks back in for the Comanches. To the back line, the setup outside. And that's going to be another point for Guymon. 20-12 now they lead. Hit to the back line. They do volley it across. Portillo, LaGrange, back outside to Portillo, into the net. Side out back to West Texas. As Couch checks back in, Griffin will be serving 20-13. There's a hit, Portillo with the dig. Grange sets up, Portillo, and a side out back to Guymon with the kill. 21-13 as Malco checks back in for the Tigers. Daniel checks back in for the Comanches. 21-13. Ali Malco serving to the back line. That one back out of play. 22-13. West Texas in both contests have really struggled handling Guymon's serves, and they've had some great serves today. A lot of shots right above, just crossing just above the net. Checking in for the first time for Guymon as there's a timeout on the floor. Guymon leads 22-13 over West Texas. Checking in is the senior, number 22, Yesenia Longoria. So out of the timeout, Guymon still serving. It will be Malco again. Trying to take a 2-0 lead here, up 22-13. And that one's not going to be returned either. 23-13 now the score. Now checking in a senior, number 10, Beyonce Villarreal. There's a shot to the back row. And that one's not going to be returned either. We're at game point here in game two. It's 24-13. Griffin checks back into the game. Malco. Game point here, serve. Sent back across, Beasley. Hits it up, LaGrange sends it outside, and that is game two. Guymon takes a 2-0 lead with another 25-13 win. Game three coming up next. And we are ready for game three. Guymon leading 2-0, winning 25-13 in game one, and then winning again by the same score in game two. LaGrange, Hernandez, Aragonez, Malco, Portillo, and Beasley on the floor. That's served by West Texas to start things off into the net. So Guymon already with the side out and a 1-0 lead as Malco checks out and Longoria checks in. LaGrange with the serve. Set up in the middle. That one blocked at the net by Aragonez. Sent across LaGrange. Beasley outside for Hernandez to the back row. That one dug out. Sent across. Beasley sets it up in the middle. A little too far out in front, but it still worked as Hernandez was able to tap it over without hitting the net. 2-0 Guymon. Another serve from LaGrange. That one sent to the front row, but nobody to send it back. 3-0 now. That one sent backwards and out of play. 4-0. And an ace right in the middle by LaGrange makes it 5-0. Couch checks in. And then quickly back out. Reed actually now in the game for West Texas. Ball hit to Reed, digs it out. Nobody there to get it on the opposite side though. 6-0 now. to the back line. Set up in the middle. Portillo with the hit, and they'll say that Aragonez was in the net. So side out and first point of the game for West Texas, 6-1 now. As it will be Higginbotham serving for the Comanches. And a double hit there by Portillo. Or a carriage, probably is what that call would have been. 6-2 now. LaGrange sets it up for Hernandez, but Hernandez into the net. 6-3 now. That one sent to Beasley. Over to the side to Yadira Longoria, but couldn't get to it in time. 6-4 now the score. As West Texas has rallied from down 6-0. Portillo digs. LaGrange sets it up for Portillo to get it back across, back line. Middle hit to the back row, LaGrange. Beasley outside to Hernandez. Over the net, and it's not coming back. Side out back to Guymon. 7-4 now the score. Christina Hernandez now serving. That one dug out, tapped across. LaGrange got a hand on it, but sent it backwards. So side out and point back to West Texas. 7-5 now. Couch checks back in for West Texas. Hernandez, LaGrange out wide to Portillo, sends it across, it's dug out. LaGrange, Beasley, and back to Portillo to the same corner, sent back across. Beasley sends it to the net, sent back across by Aragonez. To the back row. Beasley, Longoria sends it across. Volleyed back again, but out of bounds. So side out to Guymon. That will be Beasley serving as Amy Loya checks back in for the Tigers. 8-5, Guymon leads. That one hits the ceiling. As long as it doesn't cross the net, it can still be played. Portillo hits it into the net. She struggled a little bit with that one tonight. 8-6, side out back to West Texas. It's Hall serving now. And they'll say it's in. 8-7 now the score. To the back row, Beasley sends that one up. LaGrange sets it up, but Longoria into the net. We're tied up at 8 apiece. That one served into the net. So side out back to Guymon. 9-8, they now lead. Allie Malco will check back into the game and will serve. That one dug out. Hit across at the net. Malco tried to save it. That goes wide and out of bounds. As we're tied back up, as it's side out back to West Texas, 9-9. Hopkins now serving. LaGrange to Malco. Out wide to Portillo to the back row. Too strong, 10-9. West Texas takes their first lead of game 3. That one into the net, side out to Guymon. We're tied back up at 10 apiece. As Danica Portillo will now serve for Guymon. Strong shot to the back line. That one sent across. Malco, Beasley sets up Hernandez, sends it two-handed to the back line. That one volleyed back. Beasley. Malco sets it up at the net out wide for LaGrange, but she can't get it to cross over the net. So Reed checks back in for West Texas and will serve. They lead 11-10 over the Tigers. Beasley with the hit. Malco with the setup for LaGrange. Dug out. Hit at the net by Hernandez for the kill. Aragonez checks back in. It will be Loya serving. We're tied up at 11 apiece. Serve to the back line. Set up in the middle. That one dug by Loya. And can't save that one as Aragonez sent it up. And Hernandez kind of hit it into an empty space. Hernandez tried to get it back across but couldn't. 12-11. West Texas leads. The setup outside. Hernandez hits it deep and a little too deep. 13-11. Timeout on the floor. West Texas leads Guymon here in game 3, 13-11. But Guymon leads 2-0. Well, back in action out of the timeout. Beagle serves it into the net. So side out and point for Guymon. They still trail by 1. Malco steps out and Longoria checks in. LaGrange with the serve. That one at the net, tossed over the block. LaGrange sends it into the empty spot right in the middle. Beautiful play. We're tied up at 13 apiece again. There's the serve to the back line. That one barely returned. Beasley. They set up. Aragonez in the middle. It's returned. Portillo with the save there. That one sent back by Hernandez. Falls into an empty space. Guymon retakes the lead. 14-13. That one set up in the middle, sent back though by Aragonez, but saved. Hernandez sends it back. LaGrange with the dig. Beasley, that's going to be a double hit. And we're tied back up at 14 apiece. Side out to West Texas. So West Texas with their best match so far, even though they started out 6-0 in the hole to start this game. Longoria, Portillo, LaGrange sends it across. To the back row, Beasley digs. LaGrange outside for Hernandez, gets it to go across. Beasley. And that one sent across by Longoria. Volleyed back across, Portillo digs. LaGrange dumps it in the hole. They get a hand on it but can't save it. 15-14, Guymon retakes the lead. Hernandez with the serve. That one too strong. Side out to West Texas, tied back up at 15 apiece. Griffin now serving. Couch checks back in for the Comanches. Portillo, Beasley, LaGrange will send it across. And they can't return it. And once again, the net was her friend, kind of bopped it against the net and it crawled across. Loya checks back in. Beasley serving. Double hit. 17-15 now, Guymon leads. That one into the net. Side out and a point to West Texas. 17-16, Guymon leads. Hall now serving. That one into the net. Side out and point for Guymon, 18-16. Allie Malco checks back in. She will serve. That one dug out. I'll have to send that one across, but a struggle. That one too low, hitting to the net, 19-16. That one into the middle. They'll call that a double hit. 20-16 now. We've got a timeout on the floor. Guymon trying to close in on a sweep, leading 2 games to none and leading here in the third, 20-16 over West Texas. So out of the timeout, Guymon leading by 4. Allie Malco serving for the Tigers. There's the serve, and that is going to be an ace. Beautiful shot in the middle. Got their hands underneath it, but that dive forced it way out of play. 21-16 now the score. Another great serve. That one sent over, blocked at the net though by Loya. Beasley set up by Malco to Portillo. That one dug out and sent for the kill shot by Macy LaGrange, makes it 22-16. That one dug out. Here's the setup and the hit across. Back line to Hernandez with the dig. Malco. Beasley will send it to the back line. And volleyed back. Beasley. Malco sets it up for LaGrange. Tips it behind. Save from going down. And a double hit there. Gives it back to West Texas. Side out. 22-17 Guymon leads. Hopkins serving. LaGrange digs it out. Malco over to Portillo. That one dug out. Sent back over. Beasley. Malco outside to Portillo. Off the net. That one partially blocked. And they can't send it back across. 23-17 now. And it will be a side out to Guymon. Danica Portillo serving. Set up outside. The block by Loya. Hernandez sends it across in tight space there. Loya there for the block. 24-17. It is match point as Guymon with an opportunity to pull off the sweep here. There's the setup outside. It's sent across. Portillo. Malco sets it up for Hernandez. Sends it back across. Back line setup. Hits off the net. Beasley with the dig. Malco outside to LaGrange. Sends it to the back line. And that's it. The Guymon Tigers with a 25-17 win in Game 3. Sweep West Texas to avenge their early season loss and move to 5-2 on the season. Coach Ty Ware has to be happy with this one today as their team came out and played well offensively and defensively both. We thank you for joining us on PTCI Channel 2's coverage of Guymon High School sports. We hope you'll not only check us out on Channel 2, but look up our YouTube channel. Just look up for PTCI YouTube, and you're going to find us not only this year's content, but archived content from previous years there. And that's it from Guymon High School tonight. Have a great evening.